Today we're going to talk about how to build a rain barrel. It's really simpler than it looks. And building a rain barrel is essential for two reasons. It has a water quality benefit and a water quantity benefit. When you build a rain barrel, you're using natural rainwater to water your plants. So that saves potable drinking water, but also it saves runoff that collects chemicals that end up in our streams and waterways. So using a rain barrel saves water and saves water quality. Did you know that 1 inch of rain on 1,000 square feet of roof produces 650 gallons of water? Using a rain barrel, we can capture some of that water and use it to preserve our plants. When we build the rain barrel, there's going to be a couple of steps where you really need to think about how you'll use this barrel. How will you connect it to collect rainwater? That's going to affect where we put our drain. Also, how do you plan to use it? Do you plan to fill watering cans? Then it needs to be high enough to place the watering can when we put the faucet in. Are you planning to connect soaker hoses to it? Then you can go lower, like we have here with this rain barrel. These are just some things to keep in mind as we go through the simple steps on how to build a rain barrel.
These are the materials you'll need when building your rain barrel. These are the tools that you're going to need to build your rain barrel. The first thing we're going to do is trace a circle on the top of the barrel. You'll want to use your drain cover as a guide. Now be sure to trace the drain cover on the flattest portion of the barrel and not over any of the existing plugs. You want to place your circle a few inches away from the edge of the barrel so that your jigsaw will have room to cut. Now we're going to use the paddle bit on your drill to cut 1 or 2 holes inside your circle. We're going to use these holes as the starting point for the jigsaw to cut out the circle we just traced. Now we're going to cut out a hole for our drain cover. It's very important to cut inside the circle we drew and make sure your hand stays behind the jigsaw. We're going to cut a piece of mesh slightly larger than the drain cover. You're going to secure the mesh using your zip tie. You can tighten the zip tie using your pliers. Now you can cut the excess mesh that's below the zip tie. Using wire cutters, you can cut off the extra zip tie. Now that your drain cover is complete, you can fit it into your drain hole. When assembling your faucet, you're going to place the steel washer and the O-ring over the threads of the faucet. We'll be inserting the faucet into a hole at the bottom of the barrel. Now we want to think about how we're going to use this rain barrel. When we decide where we're going to put our faucet, you need to consider the location for the barrel and the use of the barrel. Do you want to hook a hose? Then we want to get the faucet as low as possible. If you want to use a watering can, you need to put the faucet high enough that a watering can will fit underneath it. Are you going to place the rain barrel on blocks? That will affect where you put the faucet. Using the 7/8 paddle bit, drill a hole for the faucet exactly where you marked it. Be sure to drill the hole on the flat portion of the barrel and at least 1 inch away from any raised band. Using the channel lock pliers, hold the PVC elbow inside the barrel. Align it with the hole we just drilled, and from the outside of the barrel, screw the faucet assembly into the elbow. It's best to have a partner to help with this activity.
Now that you know how to build one barrel, we'll hope that you will build more rain barrels. They can even be hooked together, and you can collect even more rainwater. That saves pollution by limiting more runoff, and it also saves more water by using more non-potable water. You can also paint your rain barrel with a design or to match your home. You can find more information about rain barrels at cobbstreams.org.